15 years ago, the United Nations marked the new millennium with a series of pledges to improve the lives of the world's poorest people. The Millennium Development Goals were ambitious, 8 separate targets covering a number of areas, including reducing poverty, improving education and improving healthcare. And this year marks the date for the goals to be met. Progress, it has to be said, has been mixed, but Bangladesh is one country that's made some rather impressive gains in the first of a series of reports on Millennium Goals this week. My colleague Michelle Hussain is in the capital, Dhaka.
Hugh, we've come to Bangladesh because it is one of the biggest recipients of British overseas aid, £190 million in this financial year alone, but also because the UN targets provided a blueprint for its development efforts. And 15 years on, Bangladesh will meet several of the Millennium Development Goals, or is on track to do so. And in one poor part of Dhaka, I've been seeing how the power of decision-making lies not in the hands of the big aid donors, but local people. In the middle of Dhaka's richest district, the slum of Karail, a shanty town that's sprung up on the edge of a lake. It's home to nearly 250,000 people packed into these small alleys. Many came here in search of a better life, but it is a basic and poor existence. This is a tough place to live, but even 5 years ago, conditions here were much worse. Aid money has been used to help the residents of Karail. And the striking thing here is how the local community has been organised and empowered to tell outsiders what kind of improvements they really need and how the money should be spent. Setting up this creche was one of those decisions. The women of Karail said they needed it so they could go out to work. The community leader, Minara, showed me a project that she's overseen. So these are the toilets you built? British aid helped to pay for these, and Minara says everyone's benefited.
This place used to be a rubbish dump. Dogs and cats were living here. People used the place as a toilet. A lot of our children got ill because of the dirt. Then we decided to build these toilets. They have made a big difference to our lives.
But it's a question of livelihood as well as life. The community leaders also help to identify those most in need of loans, often used to start